Good morning. They say every great story starts with a cup of coffee. Well, this one does too. But not just any coffee, black coffee. Simple, no sugar, no cream, just the essence. Much like life, wouldn't you say? Let me tell you a story. It's not about fancy degrees, overnight success, or a golden ticket. It's about a simple habit, savoring a cup of coffee every morning, and how that habit changed my life. But first, let me ask you something. What's the first thing you think about in the morning? Is it the pile of work, the bills, or maybe, just maybe, it's something as simple as your favorite cup of coffee? The humble beginnings. Years ago, I was just like many of you. I lived paycheck to paycheck, juggling bills and trying to figure out where my life was headed. My mornings weren't rushed, but they were heavy with uncertainty. And yet there was one constant that grounded me: my black coffee. It wasn't just a drink. It was a pause, a moment to reflect, to think, to ask myself the big questions. And one morning, as I stared into that dark liquid, a thought struck me. If I can't change my entire life in one day, what's one small thing I can start doing right now? That one small thing. It was learning to value the present moment, to stop chasing every distraction and start focusing on what truly mattered. The first lesson: small steps lead to big changes. I started small, 15 minutes every morning just for myself, no phone, no emails, no distractions. With my coffee as my only companion, I began to write. Not grand business plans or to-do lists, just thoughts, ideas, reflections, questions like, what's one thing I can improve today? What am I grateful for? Over time, those small steps added up. I began to see patterns, opportunities, and more importantly, I began to understand myself. You see, success isn't one big leap. It's the sum of small, deliberate steps. And those steps, they start with clarity, with mindfulness, with giving yourself permission to pause and reflect. The turning point. One day I asked myself, what do I love so much I could talk about it all day? The answer was right in front of me: coffee. I decided to start small. A coffee cart at the local park on weekends. It wasn't glamorous and it wasn't easy, but it was mine. Not every cup was perfect, not every customer came back, but every mistake taught me something valuable. And with each lesson, I got better. Here's the truth. You don't need to have it all figured out to start, just start. The road will teach you everything you need to know. The bigger picture. The businessman's coffee cart expands into a small cafe. He hires a few employees, including someone who reminds him of his younger self. Actor, voiceover. As the business grew, so did my understanding of success. It wasn't just about profits or expansion. It was about impact, about creating something meaningful, not just for myself, but for others. Every morning, over a cup of coffee, I reminded myself, stay grounded, stay grateful, and never lose sight of why you started. The life lessons. So, what did I learn from all this? Let me share a few lessons that might help you too. 1. Value the present. Every moment is an opportunity. Don't rush through life. Take the time to reflect and appreciate. 2. Start small. Big dreams begin with small actions. Don't underestimate the power of starting. Embrace failure. Every mistake is a step forward as long as you learn from it. 4. Stay grateful. Gratitude keeps you grounded no matter how high you climb. 5. Give back. Success is sweeter when you share it with others. My friends, life is a lot like coffee. It can be bitter, it can be strong, but when you savor it, it's rich, deep, and fulfilling. So, what's your cup of coffee? What's that one small habit or dream you can start pursuing today? Start now. Your journey, like mine, begins with a single sip.